What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Engineers Without Filters podcast, episode 114. I'm your host, Jacob Thompson, and tonight I still got some bright white bells left over from the bullshit bracket I gotta get through, so I'm drinking that tonight. Again, it's a fine beer. Disappointed it's not actually a white beer because of the name, but, you know, life is full of disappointment.
Honestly. Speaking of disappointment, I'm Joseph, and tonight I'm drinking Lakes and Legends Brewery, the Wanderer Hazy IPA.
I like that can art.
Yeah, pretty sick can. Craft beer of the North, it says. I think it's a local Minnesota beer. It's got coordinates on it. Don't know off the top of my head where that is, but that's pretty neato. And it was the last 4-pack in the display in the cooler when I grabbed it. And then the cashier is like, "You like it?" And I was like, "I haven't tried it yet."
He's like, "Crack that bad boy right now."
He's like, he's like, "Oh, well, we that's a really limited supply one we get, and it goes really quick." It's like, "Huh, good to know." So I had a little sip. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So do you like it?
I would say so.
Okay.
Got nice, good coloration.
There you go.
Nice and hazy.
Yep, just as it advertised.
Well, I'm Gabe, and I think this is 4 weeks in a row. It's Oberon season, dude. I'm still going through them. I'm actually drinking in moderation as of late, so
Wow.
we got a lot of beer. You know, crazy.
I am Dayton, and I have a new one for the podcast as well, just like Joseph. I have Bud Light Seltzer, but it is the flavor pack 2. It is the Out of Office flavor 2. This is the classic lime margarita, and I've had all the different flavors in it so far, and I like them more than the regular Bud Light Seltzers. So
Got that updated can design too. I like that.
I like the tropicalness. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, our buddy Tristan, he had a couple weeks ago, he sent me a picture, or he posted a picture on his Instagram, I think, of those. Actually, he got to try them before they got released to stores because he knew someone who worked at like a restaurant or something that was going to sell them. So they were like, "Hey, you want to try these new seltzers?" Yeah, he said
Yes.
And we have a special guest on the podcast tonight.
Yeah, if you're watching us on video, you might have noticed I have my lovely girlfriend Alyssa with us tonight.
Hi, Alyssa.
What are you drinking tonight, Alyssa?
I'm drinking a sparkling ice spiked hard seltzer in Ruby Fizz. Very good.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't do the Monacos. That's the go-to.
It's a school night.
Oh.
9%.
Don't spoil the topic ahead of time.
Yeah.
So we'll get to it.
Well, I think we brought up that she's a teacher before.
Yeah. So welcome back to the podcast, everyone. As always, you can find our show on Mondays on YouTube and podcast services. Don't forget to go and follow us on Instagram at ewfpodcast, and go ahead and follow us on Twitch at ewf_podcast, where we record live every Thursday night, and we play games on Monday nights. So come check us out. Give us a follow to help us out, and But yes, we mentioned Alyssa is a 5th grade teacher, and she has brought us a very fun topic tonight, I think. So, do you want to introduce it, Alyssa?
So every single day I ask my 5th graders a question, and it's not like an academic question. It's supposed to be a fun question so I can get to know them. And I want to say there's over 100 questions, and I always like to update Joseph on the weird shit that they say. And so it turned into a topic.
Yeah, so she's gonna bring us some weird ones.
Because the file name has TikTok in it. How do they post a PDF on TikTok?
There's like a link tree thing, and then they can put like things that they make on the link tree.
Dude, the future is now, old man.
You're right.
You can put TikToks in PDF.
But yeah, she's gonna bring up some of the funner questions, and we'll talk
Funner?
about it then. Shut up.
Maybe
He
get
said
some
it
of
twice.
that
He said it
grade, you
twice,
fucking
too.
idiot.
Double down on it. You're like, that's wrong. I'm gonna say it again.
I'm just gonna keep saying it. But then she'll tell us what her fifth graders say. 'Cause that's the thing I'm most interested in. Is what are these dumb kids saying? But yeah, start us off.
I think one of the very first ones that I did is a hot dog a sandwich, and that was extremely polarizing in my class because half of them were like, yeah, it is, and then the other half were like, what? They've never thought about that in their lives.
Or even comprehended that concept.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we have an infamous episode of the podcast called Soup Salad Sandwich, in which we tried to categorize every food into a soup, a salad, or a sandwich. And I will stand by, because a hot dog is eaten with no utensils, with your bare hands, it is a sandwich. It is a subset, it's a specific type of sandwich, but it is a sandwich nonetheless.
If you're going off those rules, then
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
But in normal person rules, it's not a sandwich. Get that shit out of here.
But hang on a second. Have you guys heard of it's like the cube? The cube
Oh, the
rule?
cube. There's 9. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh yeah,
9.
Gabe brought this up one time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I brought it up.
I think it was not on the podcast though.
Because a Pop Tart's a ravioli by that definition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So are
Yeah.
pregnant women.
Yeah,
You don't eat the kid. Or
Yeah.
the woman.
it's the filling though.
Oh, I don't like that.
It is
So the cube, if I remember, the cube hypothesis is you can classify food based on the number of sides it has, similar to a cube, right? So a sandwich is like what, 3, or a hot dog is like 3 sides, like the bottom and 2 sides, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's a taco. Or
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 6. There's toast, which is just bottom, sandwich, top, bottom, taco, where it's like fold, sushi, it's a roll, there's some in the middle, soup, salad, or bread bowl, which is just not the top cube, and then calzone. So here's the image, because I described it like shit.
Yeah, we can't
It'll
see that, Gabe.
focus.
No, we can't see
There
that.
we go.
There we go.
There we go. So that
I like how it's
bigger.
hand drawn.
Yeah,
So-
I don't like the art.
So by that logic, then if you go to Subway and you get a sub, that would be a taco. Except if the person who's making that sandwich is fucking shitty at their job, then it turns into a sandwich. What kind of logic is that?
It just
Maybe it's just a
becomes-
bad sandwich artist, right? That's what they call them.
Yeah,
It would be a bad taco artist because it transforms from a
I
taco
definitely-
into a
That's true.
sandwich.
'Cause that's,
Well, maybe
that's
that
my
would make
issue.
you a bad sandwich artist because you're making tacos.
'Cause that's my issue with the cube hypothesis. Yeah, if they have like a hoagie style sandwich where they don't cut one side, that's a fucking taco all of a sudden. When it's obviously a sandwich.
Yeah, any hinged loaf, as some say, is then a taco.
Is that
So
actually
what's
like
your
a
opinion
term?
on this?
Yeah.
I think that a hot dog is a sandwich. And I like that you brought up the soup salad sandwich episode. Because when I asked that question to my students, I had that in the back of my mind. And I told them, I was like, some people think that you can categorize
Some people.
and they were like, what? And they would name off foods like, what's this? What's this? What's this?
Oh my god.
I want you to bring in Joseph like a guest speaker in your class. Be like, this is the guy who thinks you can categorize all food into these 3
Well,
types.
don't you just call Joseph your friend, right? You're like, my friend did this. We did this together, my friends. And it's just Joseph.
That's probably a safe bet. I don't think you want 5th graders.
No,
knowing
you
you're,
don't.
Like you're dating somebody. If you're like married, that'd be one thing. But
Yeah.
all right, give us another question.
This one was I have the students pick randomly, like I'll move my finger up and down and then one of them will tell me to stop, so it's completely random, and they chose this one and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. So it's, would you rather never have to brush your hair or never have to brush your teeth? And I did say your hair would still be like clean and your teeth would still be clean. And the amount of students that said, well, I never brush my hair anyway, or I
That's
never
what
brush
I'm
my
saying.
teeth anyway. It's like,
Whoa, hold on.
More concerned than the other.
one student did say, oh, I never brush my teeth anyway. It's like,
No.
oh my god, okay.
So like that question's heavily biased towards women because guys. Well, I mean, these days guys, Joseph, tend to have longer hair. but a lot of guys just have short hair that you would never brush anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I would say a quarter of my female students have hair like shorter than Joseph's, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
See,
Times are changing.
I feel like if you made that choice and it lasts for the rest of your life, right? So like a fifth grader and you're like hair, but then you like get short hair and you're like, fuck, I should have picked teeth. Like I feel like I would live with that regret forever.
Wait,
I
Gabe,
don't know.
do you brush your hair, or would you call that brushing like to like style it?
No, I don't brush it. I
Well,
hand
are
comb
we
it. Oh,
are we considering a comb to be separate from a brush?
yes.
I think for the
For the sake of the question, I'm not.
for
I'm
the
not
sake of the
saying,
question, I
like-
think the case getting at includes a comb.
Okay.
Dayton, do you also use a hand comb?
No, I use an actual comb. I'm not a
Okay,
savage.
so I feel like that would count for this question. But yeah, I would definitely pick the brush teeth because like I don't have to brush my hair, so I just don't have to do that either. Boom,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, I go teeth for sure. So think of all the money you would save on toothpaste and toothbrushes
And
and
going to the dentist.
Yeah,
and
and
going
never-
to
you
the
can
never
still,
having
you
to
can
go to
still
the
go to the
dentist.
dentist.
Yeah, but if your teeth are perfectly clean, like that's the way I'm interpreting this.
I'm
question.
also interpreting
Yeah.
it that way.
That's a good
That's-
point. You might still have to get your wisdom teeth taken out, but
Like how much money do you say you save like a brush every 5 years or whatever? I don't know. I don't know when
the
How
brushes
brushes
often
give
do
go
you
you
a free
change your
brush.
toothbrush, dude?
No, I'm
No,
talking
no,
about
a
brushes,
brush.
like an
Oh,
actual like
hairbrush. I was
hairbrush.
like, how often do you change out your toothbrush, my guy?
Gabe
Yeah,
doesn't
every
brush his
5 years.
teeth.
Yeah, I don't. I pick teeth.
Alyssa, someone with long hair, are you in the brush camp or not?
Brush or the brush?
see, I think I'd rather go with never have to brush my teeth because I have very long hair. It's I don't know. I'm so used to brushing it every single day I'm used to brushing my teeth every single day too, but
Dave.
I only brush my
We
teeth
get
every
it. You don't
third
brush your
day.
teeth.
I feel like obviously have no idea what it feels like to brush your hair. Does it feel good or not? Or like does it hurt? I don't know.
It looks like it hurts.
I rip at my hair. Like if
Oh.
there's I don't my mom yells at me all the time still. It does hurt. But I don't know.
Is it like a fun hurt, like a massage, or is it just pain?
No, it's
You know what I'm
pain.
talking
Like,
about, Date. Don't get me
your
wrong.
hair ripping out, that hurts.
Okay, not
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
for me, like if I like sleep, like I don't know, like oftentimes when I like go to bed and I'm like fucking drunk as shit, and I wake up and my hair's like all over the place. I'll have like knots in it. Even like my hair isn't even like that long. It's I don't know, maybe like 5 inches long or so, and it'll have like knots in it, and I'll have to just like hold my hair right at the base and just like yank at it like really hard. Otherwise, it like pulls it out of my head, and it hurts.
No thanks.
Next question, please.
This one was really fun. So, would you rather wake up tomorrow with your dream car, a motorcycle, or a boat/yacht? And I asked all of them, and they like in their fifth grade minds, they're like, a yacht. That's gonna be so useful in Minnesota.
Hey, it's a land of 10,000 lakes. You got so
All right.
many lakes to put
They
your
don't
boat.
understand how hard it is to maintain a boat.
Yo, here's my issue with the boat. Who's gonna man the yacht? Like you can get a yacht, but you gotta pay for the people to fucking like drive it
And the
and
docking fee and like
Yeah.
Talking
such a
to you
fucking
and like,
ass.
are you gonna trailer it? Not without your dream car, you might not be.
That was a question that actually came up from one of my students. They're like, does that come with like the maids and the cooks and everything?
see, that person's thinking about it. That's
Yeah.
a good student. They're
Keep
going
an eye on
places.
that kid's going places.
Yeah, they're straight to the top.
Yeah,
See-
for me this is an easy car. Easy car.
Yeah, I would go car as
See,
well.
I don't know.
Pure
though. I don't
value.
know. Because like, all right. So if you think about it, okay, sure, it might be your dream car. I can just say my dream yacht is this fucking yacht that costs like $2 billion, and then just go and sell it for $1 billion, and I never
Then
have
get
to
your
work
dream
again.
car and
Yeah.
your dream motorcycle.
Exactly. If
That's
I'm
fair.
not,
It'd
if I'm
still
not
be-
playing by those rules though, dream motorcycle.
I was gonna say you've been looking at motorcycles.
I have
relatively
been.
recently.
I have been. I was actually just looking at them yesterday, but I'm probably not gonna buy one for a while.
Are
but
you
I
still
really
is
want
that
one.
still on the table though?
Yeah, I mean it's always gonna be on the table. My table is ever growing, Jacob.
Yeah, I feel like having a yacht in Minnesota would fucking suck. Because like you'd be pretty much
it's
stuck
like-
in one lake.
Maybe
You have to
I
pick
should get a
lake and get
yacht.
stuck on it.
Maybe I should get a yacht.
I feel like in Connecticut,
There you
that
go.
wouldn't be bad. And you could definitely sell it way more easily.
Dude,
Oh,
I
you
would
gotta
fit right
fucking-
in.
Yeah, and just be a beach douchebag.
A yachty.
But
What's
we
the
got Minnesota with
market
some.
for yachts though? Like, especially top of the line yachts, do those sell often? I feel like they
Someone
don't.
gotta buy them.
I mean, not really. Like, what if people are like, yachts aren't in anymore. I'm done. And I don't know. Because you have to if it's $2 billion, right? How many? There's not that many people have $2 billion to drop on a boat.
That's like the most expensive one. Like there's yachts that are like 100 feet long, relatively modest.
What's
in
the
size.
definition of a yacht, though?
Well,
Like,
it depends on the country. That's the problem. We're thinking of like these massive millionaire yachts. Like when I was in New Zealand, my Kiwi friend's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go to my place and go out on my yacht." I'm like, "Excuse me?" And it's the boat. They call boats yachts there. So like,
Oh,
I
yacht.
think we're
boats,
thinking
right?
of like big boats. But let me look it up.
say, like, I've
Yeah.
heard, like, just standard, like, cabined sailboats being called yachts pretty frequently.
Okay, but if we're talking dream yacht, I'm thinking of the millionaire
Well, yeah.
yacht. I'm not thinking of a dinghy,
Yeah, but
So
that I
a
just
yacht is
want to call
defined
yacht.
as a sail or power vessel used for pleasure, cruising, or racing. There is no standard definition, so the term applies to such vessels that have a cabin with amenities that accommodate overnight use. So it has to be able to sleep in it overnight.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. My dream yacht is my pack raft. I can sleep in that overnight. I just won't be comfortable.
we're going yachting out on Mac
Oh
or
my God.
Isle Royal.
Fucking
Let's-
glorified life vest.
Yeah, fuck you.
Joseph, sorry, what was your answer? Are you going car as well?
I don't know, because
You're not driving a motorcycle. Let's take that.
why
off the
not?
table.
My dad used to drive a motorcycle.
Does that mean
I love
you
car.
rode
I-
motorcycles?
I'm sorry, Joseph. I could not imagine you driving a
love hot.
motorcycle.
Come on, Justin. And you have your dream car already. Because, like, you one up me. You can't one up
That
me
is true.
anymore by getting a better car. Like,
I
He
could
waits for you to get a
better
motorcycle
yacht
and then gets a
than what
better motorcycle.
but then your dream yacht, and then sell it.
yeah, I want this guy to answer first.
I want the trim above his yacht, please. Just extra gold plating.
Yeah, there you
I'd
go.
probably go car. I don't know what car I'd want. Like, do we have to answer that? But like,
I mean, I guess not the question we're asking which of the three.
yeah, it's true.
Do you have a dream car in mind, Gabe, at all, or not?
I mean, I've got dream cars, dude. Like,
Okay.
His
there's
table's big
multiple. Yeah, I have a big table, and I also have like motorcycles that I've briefly perused, but haven't
Does your
committed
dad drive a
to.
motorcycle? He seems like the kind of guy who drive a motorcycle.
Yeah, he's got 3 or 2. He's got 2. But I mean, I grew up dirt biking a lot as a kid, so I haven't done like street motorcycle, but I definitely want to do it eventually. Like once I get a more permanent place, I'm getting one. But I think for pure value, I think I have to go car.
I feel like
And we-
Dayton's got the move though. You go boat and you sell it, and then you get 3+
But
cars.
Okay,
Joseph,
we're in
cars
Minnesota.
now?
We're in
Dayton
Minnesota.
can do that because he's in Connecticut. We can't do that in the Midwest. I'm not buying a yacht in Indiana. You
You don't need to sell it in Indiana.
I don't want to fucking
Okay,
haul that shit.
How
to
much do you think it
California.
would cost to ship it? Like you get the boat for free, but you don't
Who
get the
says it's
shipping.
delivered to me? Just because I own it doesn't mean I carry it around behind me all the goddamn
The
time.
rules, in my mind, are they get delivered directly
if
to
you own
your
it.
home.
You
Huh?
can own things in other states.
No.
No, it has to be. You can move it, Joseph. But it is delivered to your front
Yes,
door.
for this theoretical, it is delivered to your place of
That's
residence.
bullshit. I'm calling bullshit.
Just be like BoJack, where he just in the end of that season 3, I think, where he drives around. Somebody pulls it, and he's just sitting on the yacht.
See,
Yeah,
that's what you do.
country.
You pay for it to get there, and then you'd be like, "Oh, hey, towing company, I'll pay you back." And then when you sell it,
I
or you
owe
just find someone to buy it and take the cost of trailering out of how much you sold it for. You're selling it at a gain either way.
I suppose.
Dude, I
Also,
can
are
take
you
a
in car camp as
fucking
well?
side street with a
Why
yacht.
don't you
for a
just
couple
tow it
minutes.
with your Forester, dude?
Oh, it'll definitely be able to tow that.
Dude, it's got the horsepower and the torque for it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am in the car one too. My students asked me, and they were all very disappointed that I didn't choose motorcycle or yacht. It'd be so cool if our teacher drove a motorcycle to school.
I had a
Is
teacher in high
motorcycle
school that
something you'd
rode a
wanna do?
moped to school.
No,
You don't want to learn how to drive a motorcycle?
no.
Do you know how to ride a bike? How different can it be?
Oh,
I think Alyssa could pull off motorcycle better than Joseph could.
That's
But
bullshit.
I still would not recommend it. I don't think.
I've ridden a dirt bike before.
I don't know. I could see Joseph getting like a cruiser.
Yeah.
I have a
Or
question.
even-
Did the
even a
dirt
cafe
bike
racing.
have a clutch, or was it like when you were really young when it did not?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it didn't have a clutch.
You can learn that shit. The balance.
Oh, dude. I'm not saying you can't. I was just asking.
I don't
just
know
love-
why it's unbelievable for me to drive a motorcycle.
Dude, I didn't say anything. I didn't
I'm
say
not
anything
saying
about
it
that.
was
I know
It was
these
just
two
like-
assholes did.
I don't think you couldn't, Joseph. I'm not saying you couldn't learn. I'm just saying you on a motorcycle makes me laugh.
Why?
It's just the vibe. It's the vibe.
I think it's got to be one of those choppers too to
Ape
really show
hangers.
how long
Ape
my
hangers.
arms are. Oh my god,
Is your hair flowing in the wind?
dude, I look hot.
I don't know.
Alyssa, how much does Joseph's sex appeal change if he is on a motorcycle?
It wouldn't go down.
I'm
That
getting
was- but it wouldn't go up.
You need
I
to
can
ask-
stay neutral. That's fine.
Alyssa, you need to ask your fifth graders that. How much would my friend change if he rode a motorcycle?
No, literally have pictures like of him now and then Photoshop him on a motorcycle. You're like, girls, which one's cuter?
Ooh, I'll just Photoshop my face onto Dayton's senior picture.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Maybe that should be your question. No.
Give us another question, Alyssa.
Okay, this one was funny because looking back, I knew everyone's answers. So it's, would you rather be able to play every instrument perfectly or be able to cook anything without a recipe? So in all of their fifth grade minds, they were like, my parents cook everything for me. Like,
Yeah.
what? But then one singular kid said, I want to cook the perfect bowl of ramen. It's like, okay. And he means like the 29-cent ramen.
Yeah,
not
he's going
his
places. Fucking going places.
It's like, where were your anime kids at? Because ramen and anime looks fucking amazing.
Uh-huh.
They're like high quality shit. I mean, this is a no-brainer. This is like cooking. 100%.
Yeah, gotta be.
Mhm.
Gotta be food.
I think the only argument you could make for music is if you could play it perfectly, you could make enough money as a successful musician to where you could have someone cook for you, right? Like you could.
I guess, but I don't necessarily want to live as a musician, you know. And my whole bit is I can play any instrument. That just seems like a lot of hassle.
Because you know,
I mean,
you just end up
isn't
being
learning
like,
piano a hassle?
That's one instrument.
Yeah, but
You
imagine
know?
being able to play all of them without even thinking about it and
But
perfect.
then I gotta okay, my act has to be.
But that doesn't
that I
mean
can
you.
play everything, which means I have to call all that shit across the
Yeah,
country.
I guess you don't know how to compose. That isn't part of the
Yeah,
skill
who
set.
says he knows how to write music? He just
or
knows how to play
produce
it.
or how to write. You
Just
just
an
not-
amazing one-man cover band.
Yeah, I
You're
think you have
not,
to go
you're not
cooking.
the front man of a band, but you're the backing track of a lot of bands.
Mhm.
think
You're
you
just
have
like
to-
this phantom band member. You can be in any band. There's like, hey, you guys need a bass player? Hey, you guys need a cello player? You guys need a drum player?
You're just a touring, like, hireable musician.
You're like a ghost writer, but a ghost player.
Yeah, it's perfect. That I'd be more down for that than being my own thing. But being able to cook anything without a recipe would just be awesome because I already have enough decision paralysis. Like when I'm sitting on my couch before I go to the store on the weekend, trying to make a list. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna cook this week? And I just end up going back to the same shit I always cook. I wish I had more creativity to like branch out, but I feel like if I know these recipes, it'd be way easier to be like, oh, let's do this or this, you know?
See, in my mind, I'd be able to, like, look at my shelf and then use my database of recipes and be like, oh, these ones all match. I can make this without having to go to the store and do the same thing. That's how it
Or
works in my head.
just going to the store and grabbing random shit and then making something out of it. That'd be fun.
You could
too.
just, like, fuck, I want this.
Yeah.
Throw it in
Gonna
the cart.
get a can of this and a jar of that and a bag of this and
That's always what cool chefs do in those Netflix shows. You know, they go to like their local, whatever it is, butcher or whatever. And like, oh yeah, this is a special smoked meat that's only in today. It's like, oh yeah, let me grab that and I'll make something out of it. Like make a dish around that one item
Mhm.
or whatever. Pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Next question.
This one is kind of related, but I think this one is a lot more fun. Would you rather be able to speak every language perfectly or play every instrument perfectly? And that one was really fun because it prompted I had my students say, what instrument would you be most excited to know how to play and what language would you be most excited to know how to speak? And then that caused one of my students to say, oh, I'd want to learn, what did he say? I want to learn Russian. And then another student said, oh, Miss Ludens, I've been to Russia, or I've been to Europe. And I was like, oh, where in Europe have you gone? Oh, I think it's this place called Massachusetts.
Oh.
It's like, okay.
Okay, you cannot tell me fifth graders aren't dumb.
They're like moving up geography in the unit list.
Yeah. I had him walk over to our US map. I'm like, hey, can you go look in the Northeast section and tell me what you see over there?
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
It's kind of like Europe. That's far enough east, right?
Hey, one of my
No.
friend's friends lives out there.
Well, it's New England. That must be Europe, right?
I mean, this is another. I'm sorry, instruments, but it's like language. This is way more useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got way more utility.
Dude, it'd be so much fun to like get dropped in a random country and like pretend you don't know the language and then hear people talk shit about you and be like, fuck you. I can speak it fluently, bitch.
Man, you have that like ready to go. You've been thinking about that in the shower.
Dude, I have a lot of spite in my life.
No, you see those videos on like Reddit and stuff. It's pretty satisfying to see.
Yeah, I was gonna
like-
say there's that guy who goes around and like to like really authentic like Chinese restaurants and like orders in perfect Chinese and everyone's like freaking out.
Mhm.
I think that'd be nice, just like for the pure travel. You know, like you go anywhere and not really have to worry about like a language barrier at all. You know.
Dude, anime is so much better. There's
Yeah.
no Japanese. Oh my god. Not enough
Yeah.
that I'm gonna take the time to learn Japanese.
Do you get Duolingo on your phone and you know, like-
Japanese seems so hard just because it's fucking like opposite to English. Like the order the words are in are like completely opposite, and I just feel like it's a total mind fuck.
Mm. Yeah, I'd agree.
And what to what Alyssa said, what would be your favorite language to know or instrument to know?
Honestly, like I would just want to learn. I would be excited to learn about all like the languages that only like 20 people know now that are like borderline like dead languages.
Like the
And-
remote like African languages.
Yeah, and just because like a lot of them, I watched a Tom Scott video on language like this kind of, and how there's certain languages where like, you know, in English we have like right and left hands, but in certain languages they don't have like absolute like directions like that, or they don't have relative directions like that. So like where it's like this is right to me, but to you it's gonna be left. Instead they like orient themselves like based on the compass. So it's like, oh yeah, this right here, this is my north hand and this is my south hand. And then if you know, if I turn 90 degrees, this is my east hand, this is my west hand. And I don't know, like that's just like very interesting to me because like I feel like that would make you think about things so much differently.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
those cultures where like minor chords are considered happy and like major chords are considered like sad. Like that shit just blows my mind because I mean, it's so ingrained that like you hear a minor chord, you're like, oh, someone's sad boy, you know?
Yep.
But is it but it's like, do we only think that because we've grown up where sad songs use minor chords?
I
what I
think
mean?
so.
Like-
I think that's exactly what that proves, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
think it's just conditioning.
It's all association.
yeah.
Well, I remember reading this thing similar. I know the last time Gabe told me about this, I said the exact same thing. But schizophrenia in the U.S. usually, the voices are usually like aggressive and like downer voices that like the people hear in their heads, right? But in like some African countries, they're like cheery and like playful voices. Like they're
be
not
more
like as
creepy.
depressing. Well, it's just like happy and like, hey, you're doing great. Let's go, blah blah. You know, like I don't know, just like more uplifting, and I think that's a very similar thing where it's just your culture, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's awesome. I think it'd be really cool to know drum kit. I'm always impressed by drummers just being able to like coordinate all that shit. And I think
Yeah.
that'd be
Dude, double
Very-
bass pedal.
ooh, yeah. I was watching I was randomly listening to some Rush music recently. 'Cause I'm like, why not? They're a popular band from back in the day. And I was watching a live video of them playing YYZ and what's the drummer's name? Neil Peart.
Mm-hmm.
Madman. Absolute madman. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's the weird one too, because you're using like all your limbs, you know? Like
Yeah.
I mean, don't be wrong, if you like playing
Other
guitar,
kind of
or like
coordination.
tap to your feet, or like, you could hit like a pedal, but like they're using both arms, both feet, and like I don't know. It's like also, with the piano where you're doing separate things, but like times 2,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your feet and hands are all doing 4 different things.
And everyone's counting on you to be in time. Like you are the heartbeat of the whole fucking thing. So don't fuck it up.
Did any of the kids have like interesting instruments, Alyssa, or was it pretty standard stuff?
No, it's all pretty standard. The school that I'm at, they don't have any kind of band. They can be an orchestra though. So I only have 3 students who play instruments right now, but they're going into middle school and they can be in band. So they were excited, like, oh, I'm gonna play the clarinet, I'm gonna play the flute, but it's usually just the basic like band instruments.
Guitar Hero stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, what's the next one?
I think this was the first one that I did when they came back in person, but if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? And there were some pretty standard answers, and then I get to this one kid, he comes to me in line.
I know exactly this.
And he just like looks at me, he's like, I'm like, I say his name, I'm like, if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would you eat? And he's panicked. Bread. Just bread, and then runs out the door. Okay.
Dude, carbo loading.
Dude, he's probably gonna have like trauma from that for like the next like 15 years of his life.
He's gonna tell that story to his kids.
That's gonna be one of his
thought
first
I had to
date
eat bread the rest of my
stories.
life.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask Alyssa, for the purpose of this question, are there going to be negative health effects if you pick something that is like unhealthy?
I'm gonna say no.
Butter.
Oh, you picked straight butter. Okay, so Alyssa, you would get all of your nutrition magically, but you still have to eat, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get all of your nutrition from that one food, I'll say.
So yeah, so how about this? You can get all like your necessary nutrients and stuff, but you could still like overeat and get like you'd still gain weight or lose weight, but like you'd have all
I
your
feel like that would never happen if
That's
you're
what
eating the
it
same
means.
thing forever.
What about?
No,
what
but
about,
you can.
You
Like-
can still overeat.
What about like negative effects? As in like you eat, a whole bunch of fried food and your stomach feels like shit. Like you're not immune to feeling like shit, are you? Or yes?
I think for the sake of adults talking about it, yes. But if you're asking 5th graders, no.
Oh, so we don't get that. We don't get
No,
the
they're 10. We're double their age.
So they're invincible and we aren't.
We can think critically and they cannot.
That's
All right. Well,
shit.
you know what? You can pry my fucking rice and beans out of my cold dead hands.
Oh my god. So okay, how much? Yeah, sorry, another question. We gotta classify this shit as we always do. How much? If I just say like sandwiches, does that count after I say a specific sandwich?
That's a
I would say
subset.
sandwiches. That counts.
Yeah, I'm doing
'Cause
fucking
the-
pizza then.
A kid said potatoes, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
I gotta do. I mean, this is such a fucking basic bitch answer, but pizza. I just fucking love pizza so much. I could definitely eat every day. If I could pick different pizzas, oh my god, come on,
Mhm.
easy mode.
I would say the 5 staples of Mexican food. Is it 5? You got beans, rice, tortilla,
Cheese.
usually a meat, cheese. But
Just like burritos, essentially.
yeah, but like you do tacos, you could fry them up, get a flauta.
I feel like that's different though because you
Quesadilla.
have a set of 5 ingredients. That's not one thing.
Okay, but
Like-
Mexican food, like
No,
you
that's
ever been to a
no.
Mexican restaurant?
that's
It's the
too broad.
same
That's too
5
broad.
things
Yeah, you're right.
reordered. Like,
You can do that.
Joseph, that's true, but that breaks the rules of the question.
damn.
I'll give you burritos. You can mix it in the insides of your burrito, but you can't just say Mexican food in general.
Yeah. And you could get a burrito and then like make it into a taco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. Okay. How about, yeah, I like that. Listen. So like, you can get the thing, whatever it is, that you get it delivered, whatever, and then you could like take apart the ingredients if you really wanted to. Like, you could say a burrito and then like make a flauta. You could deep fry it yourself. You know.
I'm just imagining buying a burrito and just be like, whoa, I can only eat tacos. Then you unroll it and then you literally just fold it into a U. And you're like, oh yeah,
Oh,
this
that
is
was a
it.
close one. Almost couldn't eat that one. Yeah, I'd probably go burritos then. Like that's the play.
Dude, are you really doing beans and rice
It's rice and beans, first of all, not
Okay.
beans and rice.
Yeah, okay.
with just like seasoning with some nooch on there?
Yeah. Dude, I don't think you understand. I can literally hoss back like 2 cups of uncooked rice. Well, all right.
That's so fucking
I don't,
gross.
Cooked
I don't,
rice.
I don't know how much it is once it's cooked. That's why I specified the volume prior to cooking. I could hoss back fucking 2 cups of uncooked rice and like probably like a can and a half of beans, and my stomach would just like churn that shit like none other. Like I would have no adverse side effects from it whatsoever.
Oh.
My body's a fucking machine when it comes to fucking
I mean,
rice
you
and
could
beans.
switch up the beans. The beans this easy. I know you're doing jasmine rice all day, every day, though.
No. I switched it up. I do brown basmati.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Because I thought you were
Okay.
jasmine all day.
I used to, and then I like the brown rice texture more.
That's-
But dude, just fucking rice and beans all day.
So gross.
What about you, Alyssa?
She's gonna say bread.
I gotta go pizza. That's a smart
Yeah.
answer. It just hits
Alright.
different.
You think I can give out Element? Come on.
It's good.
Gosh.
Have you guys had it recently?
No,
No.
We had it when CC and Max were here.
we did.
Oh, we're definitely getting that shit when I'm there.
Can we get Element this weekend?
Yeah, we can.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna big brain this, and I'm gonna say sandwiches, and assume that I adhere to the soup salad sandwich law.
Oh,
No!
Therefore,
No. That's
Like,
cheating.
no. You literally asked, "Can I have sandwiches?" And
Yeah, no.
She
You can
said
have sandwiches.
yes. She said yes. I'm just playing by the
And
rules. man.
everything can be classified as a
Everything
soup,
can
salad,
be
or
super
sandwich.
salad sandwich.
No,
So I get a
no.
third of the food. No, you said it. Roll the
No,
tape back.
Gabe.
Roll the
Let me be
tape
clear.
back.
Let me be clear. I'm letting you have sandwiches, but I'm
Uh-huh.
not letting you classify whatever you fucking want as a sandwich. Is what I'm getting at here.
No,
Dude, if I have to fold my tacos into be a burrito, you have to adhere to the sandwich rule.
You have
Fine.
to put 2 pieces of bread on top of and below everything.
dude, I could do that with a pizza. I could just like 2 loaves. It's a sandwich
It's a
now. I
pizza
don't know.
sandwich.
The
Yeah,
calzone a sandwich then?
exactly.
Wait, what happens if you put a calzone inside of 2 pizzas? I feel like that's got to be some like bullshit name, right? Because like a stromboli is like a rolled pizza, right?
Mhm.
Calzone is a folded pizza. But what happens
Yeah.
when you like combine the folded pizza with a pretzel or a pizza sandwich? You know,
That's
What's
too.
called
That's too
layman
many layers
fries.
deep, Dayton. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What's your go-to sandwich right now, Gabe?
Oh, man.
Or what's your favorite sandwich?
I mean, okay, so at work they're still paying for our lunches, so they make some killer club sandwiches. I gotta say.
That
You
was
get
it
those 3
turkey?
pieces of bread.
turkey BLT?
baby.
Yeah. hmm
Nice.
What are you laughing about over there, Dayton?
I'm laughing because the whole Gordon Ramsay, like he smacks 2 pieces of bread on the person's head. What are you, an idiot sandwich?
An idiot sandwich chef.
Yeah.
I think I gotta
Eat
go.
That person,
club.
Gabe.
I could, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I want to, but
Wait, Gabe, you could eat it. You could eat an Earth sandwich too. You know, where people put the piece of bread.
oh,
in, like,
I could eat anything that's in between, like Australia and North America or whatever they did.
the only
But you have to
stipulation
eat the bread also.
you have to eat everything at once. You have to eat it all in one
Oh.
sitting.
Okay.
You know in Scooby Doo where they'd make the like 4-foot sandwiches
Oh,
and
yeah.
unhinge their jaw to fit it in.
Yeah.
You'd have to do that.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, what else you got?
So the day after I asked if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? The next day I asked if you were given $1,000, what would you do with it? And
lot.
1,000. That's a
Oh
lot.
my
That's
God.
like so much money.
their idea of what $1,000 can get you is so I'm gonna buy a house and I'm gonna build a gym for gymnastics. I'm gonna build a skate park. It's so funny.
Oh my god.
Just their idea, like I'm gonna buy a car, blah blah blah. Yeah, super funny. The same kid who was paralyzed yesterday with bread, same thing. He was like, however much bread $1,000 can buy.
This kid's
If you go
trolling
to
you.
Jimmy
okay?
John's on the
He
right
is.
day, you can really get a good bang for your buck. I tell
I
you
got that
what.
bread for free that time when I rolled that shit back to our house.
No, you paid 50 cents, didn't you, for the first loaf?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I paid the whatever it is. 50 cents
Wait,
for that
that's
entire
the
fucking garbage
opposite.
bag.
That's the opposite of the first hit's free. You gotta
Yeah.
pay for the first hit, and then everyone else is free.
Jacob, I'm
Alyssa,
getting
what would-
reports that your mic is a little low on stream, just so you know.
Whom said that?
Okay, Dade,
My
continue.
my dad. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not
Um,
seeing that on stream.
There's
Alyssa,
a
what do you
tech-
think would happen if you told them they could have $1 million? Like,
Oh, they would like. I should do that tomorrow. Honestly.
I'm just curious, like, what? Because if they think $1,000 can buy you a house,
Yeah.
like, I don't even want to know what they think $1 million could get you.
I
Gabe, I'll answer for you. Student loans, boom.
thought yeah, that's a drop in the bucket, dude. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Like if you told me that in college, I feel like it'd be even a little like definitely more like substantial, but
Even then, I feel like we're
even
jaded
then,
by that
it's
point.
still not that much, you know. I don't know.
I-
I'd put it in GME, going
I
to
was-
the moon.
I was just about to say that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'd probably just save it at this point.
Yeah.
I think I would just
I'm not
start
at
it
the point
low.
where I'm just gonna. If I get $1,000, I'm not gonna fuck it. Just spend it.
Yeah, I'm being a boring adult, and anytime I get like extra like found money in quotes, I put almost all of it towards loans. So like the stimmy check, the whole thing. I didn't even get to I got to see it in my bank account for a whole 2 hours and I sent it away. A good portion of my tax returns. I don't know. I'd probably do the same thing.
That Big Joe Stimmy.
Yeah.
Papa Joe.
Yes. Fallen Joe. Stumbling Joe's
Stumbling
stimmy.
Joe.
Stumbling Joe. Did you have anything on your project list that you'd spend $1,000 on?
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I would feel guilty about spending it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm much more of like I just want to like put as much of it away as possible. But if I had to spend it, if I could not save it and I couldn't like invest it, so I had to actually buy something with it, I would probably put it towards a new mountain bike. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you were saying that because I think I'd probably get a mountain bike. A good way to spend. Because I play half on a mountain bike, half for a PS5, even though I could never find one in stock. But same with it, if I want to get a graphics card, you just couldn't even find one. But
Yeah, like good luck, kid.
Yeah.
Good.
Having the
luck.
money doesn't mean you can just find one. Same with, bike, PS5
Yeah.
or graphics card. All of those are hard to find right now.
Mm-hmm.
what you
Pain
do?
in the ass.
Well, if we're going with Dayton's, that we can't save it, because my thought was very lame, which was half towards my car just to, put it in, and then the other half to like put it in my retirement, and just good enough. I don't give a shit.
No, you can't do those.
Oh,
$1,000?
wait, can I put it towards loans or is that illegal?
Can I reserve it as gas money?
See, I feel like those are just fucking cop
That's so
out answers.
boring.
Yeah, I don't.
Give us a fun answer.
What am I gonna do with $1,000? I need some more camping gear for our Isle Royal trip.
What do you need?
I need
Dave's
new.
like, I got a guy. What do you
I need new trail runners. I want to get a set of hiking poles, trekking poles. I have one that I found on the trail last time.
Uh-huh.
It was Walmart brand. And what else do I need? Because that's not nearly $1,000. I don't know. There's some other stuff. I'm about to buy a bike rack, so I probably buy a bike rack. I probably just buy a new bike rack at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Call it a day. And
Did you already buy a bike?
no,
rack in
that one
Wisconsin?
fell through.
Oh, that's a bummer.
But I found a better one for $50 less. So
There you go.
Oh. And not in
it doesn't
Madison?
hold 3 bikes though. It's just 2. But not the point. Yeah, I don't know. New snowboard.
Good answer.
I've been talking about getting a new snowboard for 3 years now.
Hey, you turn it into me with my mountain bike.
Actually, Dayton, you should get us Nintendo Switch instead and play
No.
Monster Hunter with me.
Dude, no, I was thinking about it because I mean, Ryan was thinking about selling his, and I was like, man, like I could very easily buy it, but it would just be me sitting here at my PC in it collecting dust. Like I wouldn't play it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I
What's up?
saw a Nintendo Switch for sale on Facebook Marketplace for $150, but the charging port didn't work. So I don't know what you're really gonna do with it. You got like 2 hours of battery life left.
Collect
It's
dust.
fully charged.
Watch it collect dust.
Yeah.
Anything on your list, Alyssa?
My boring adult answer would be loans.
But you can't. We established that.
I don't know what I would buy because ever since meeting Joseph, it has been established I do not have hobbies. Right?
But that's the thing. You can buy a hobby with $1,000.
You could get a better bike.
I hate spending money.
This is
It's
free
so
money.
hard. I'd buy really nice paints, I guess.
You
$1,000.
I'd buy a
that's
bigger
a
bed.
You could buy like 6 more pairs of Doc Martens.
I could.
She bought Doc Martens the other day.
I'm obsessed. It's my personality now.
Oh,
Clothes isn't a bad. I would actually maybe put that to just like refresh my wardrobe because I wear one of the same shit that's like fucking middle school at this point. I need some new goddamn clothes.
Oh, Joseph, speaking of that, you could get like an Arc Daddy shell.
Ooh.
You could get a new belt.
oh, dude, I
Yeah,
get Mark Terrace's jacket. Ooh.
So this belt that I've had since either early high school or late middle school broke yesterday while I was at work. Like within the first half hour of me being at work, I had to zip tie it together so my pants weren't like falling down.
Oh my god.
Dude, this
Right.
belt got me through a lot of shit. Tell you what.
Is that a guy thing where we just like never fucking buy new clothes?
Why would I
Dude,
buy a
have
new
you seen all
belt?
the memes with like the underwear before Christmas and it's like the Spider-Man 3 like mask falling off? I feel that, dude. I relate to that.
Oh, you know how many pairs of Stance socks I could buy with $1,000?
You remember that fucking episode we recorded where we were talking about?
Yes.
It was $1 million, I think, and you're like, "Yeah, I want a new pair of socks every single day." I'm just like,
No,
we
it
just
was-
shat on them for the environmental
It wasn't
impact
$1
for
million.
like 10 minutes.
It was how wealthy. What's your peak wealth?
Oh
Like,
yeah, you said you wanted to have enough money where you could buy a new pair of socks every single day.
Yep, I stand by that.
Yeah, you do because he got his new socks last weekend, was it? And
Yeah.
I put on a pair. He goes, "Alyssa, those are virgin socks. I haven't worn those yet." He was so mad.
It was. It wasn't the same. My left foot was not as comfortable as my right foot.
Yeah, dude, there is something holy about like the first time putting on a new pair of socks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you wash them first, or you just go in?
No,
Go
you
in
don't
and
wash
raw
them.
dog it, man.
Yeah.
No, I mean it definitely feels better. I'm just supposed to wash clothes before wearing them. It's
No.
stupid, but. Alyssa, I want to. I heard before the podcast there was the one about was it 5 superpowers or 3 wishes? Was that it?
Yeah, I haven't asked that one yet though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Next.
You should definitely ask that one too. That one sounds.
hmm
I would love to hear those fucking answers.
Yeah. What are some? Oh, a really good one we did. So this one isn't on the list, but I made it up. If you had to build the most disgusting sandwich, what would you put
Oh.
on it? There were so many. There was like blue cheese, mayo, pickles, sardines.
Blue cheese is good.
Wait, they're actually using actual food items. I was thinking they'd be doing like fucking like blood and toenails and shit.
Yeah, because you're an
No.
adult.
That episode of SpongeBob with
Yeah, exactly. I
the
think
nasty
that's what I
fatty.
was
Okay, I got a small aside. It'll be quick. One time my dad didn't want to make dinner. I don't know if he's still listening. You know this story, Dad. He didn't want to make dinner, so he put out a bunch of sandwich ingredients and he goes, "Go crazy, make whatever you want," and try to like make it fun. And like me being a reasonable person was like PB&J, fuck it, whatever. And I think I tried to like be fancy and like threw in like actual peanuts onto like the peanut butter because it was like smooth or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that sucked. And then I went to soccer practice, but my brother like he fucking put every topping in between these 2 slices of bread.
Oh,
And it was like anything from like mayo, fucking like there was just a bunch of shit that didn't work. You know, mayo, peanuts. I think there's like pistachios. Like it was just disgusting. Like
did you at least
everything
spell
didn't
the
work.
pistachios?
And he just fucking 3 different types of meats, different cheeses. I think he might have had like string cheese at one point or spray cheese.
Oh.
Anyways, the moral of the story is it did not stay down. I remember coming back from soccer practice and like the kitchen was getting clean. I'm like, what the fuck happened? It's like Bryce's sandwich is so fucking gross. He puked it back. So whatever was in that's how you make the grossest sandwich for me. It takes the cake.
The cheese wedge is a nice touch.
Yeah, it was so gross.
So sorry, what else you kids saying, Alyssa? So blue cheese. What else?
One kid said a stamp. I don't know where that came from, but he said a stamp.
Like a rubber stamp.
No, like a postage stamp.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah,
That kid's eaten stamps before is all I can say. The old ones that you had to
all
lick.
the time.
Like do a quarter. Don't kids swallow quarters like it's nobody's business? Like
I could see it.
Also, okay, is this sandwich supposed to be as disgusting as possible for yourself or to give to somebody else?
For themselves, because there's a big debate on if mayo was gross, if pickles was gross. That was a very divided discussion.
It'd just be a peanut butter sandwich, man. Fuck that. Peanut butter and chocolate sandwich.
Dude, it was
And mint?
apple butter. That's what it was. You guys is that ever a thing in your guys' household?
I mean, we didn't have it, but I know what it is.
He like put it on toast mostly. It was more for breakfast, but he put it with mayo. That was what did it.
Oh.
I got a 2-ingredient sandwich that I would guaranteed make me throw up. Cottage cheese and cheese whiz. It's so fucking nasty. Cottage cheese, just looking at it makes me want to gag, dude. Shit, it's so gross. Oh my god.
Cottage cheese is kind of gross.
What about you, Dayton?
Dude, well, I mean, if you want the cop-out answer, just fucking put cheese on it, and then I'd just be like, yeah, nah, I ain't
No,
eating
you
that.
have to keep it. It has to be
Or
vegan.
meat.
You could
Okay,
eat it.
okay.
You could actually eat it.
Okay,
You'd have,
so
yeah,
I
you
did,
have to be able.
I did hear about this this new type of food. Well, it's not really new. It goes back like a fucking long ass time, but it's called like natto or something like that. And I guess it's like fermented soybeans.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
That's the thing in Japan.
Yeah, yeah. And one of my coworkers was telling me about it. He's like, dude, you gotta try it. So I'm gonna try it. But from what he's told me is that it smells really bad and it has a very like strong taste. So I imagine if you like pair that up with like, I don't know, like something fucking like
Garlic.
No, I feel like garlic would be fine. If you put like rotten avocados on there, dude, I don't know what it is about rotten avocados, but those things like, ugh, they smell like motor oil or something. I don't know.
Ugh. Yeah, so natto is fermented soybeans.
Yeah, yeah. I'd probably do
Seen it in
that.
anime.
I'd probably do that and then throw some like, I don't know, ketchup on there,
Ugh.
and
That'd be pretty gross.
then probably I don't know some fucking
Something
other, like,
ginger.
Yeah, ginger. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I would
Just fucking
keep that
grate
right
a
up.
bunch of ginger on there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you have the cilantro gene?
dude.
'Cause that's always, I think that's a good one.
I don't know if I do or not. I eat cilantro and it doesn't taste fresh, but it doesn't taste like dirt. It just tastes like cilantro. So I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like from what I've heard, is you know if you have it.
Yeah, it tastes like soap.
That tastes like soap, yeah. That's what I've heard.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't taste like soap. But it doesn't taste like people always describe it as tasting like fresh. It just tastes like dirt. I don't know. But like I kind of like it.
Did you wash it before using it?
Maybe you're just eating dirt.
I never buy it. It's like when it
He
like
pulled
comes
it out
out
of the garden. He's like, "Here we go. Put it on a sandwich."
Ripped it up, roots and all.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Dude, I used to eat carrots like that out of the garden. I just rip them out of the ground and just munch them.
Dayton, you gotta fucking eat whatever that guy in that community garden next to you is growing with his assaults the
Bro.
plants with a hose, dude.
Bro.
Point blank, just assaults these plants.
I think he's dead.
Oh no!
Everybody else in that community garden, they've all sowed their field or sowed their field, whatever the fucking terminology is. They've all gotten it all ready.
Sorry, they reaped it or they sowed?
Well,
They sowed
whatever the fucking terminology is when they
You planted.
or they
right?
they're just prepping it. They're just
Yeah,
prepping
Okay,
it.
That's
so they're
sowing.
sowing the field. They're
You
not planting
sowed
the
the
plants.
seeds.
Yeah.
And like they're just prepping it for the season. And this guy is like one of like, I don't know, Jacob, you know how many plots there are. There's probably like 30, I don't know, 35 plots in there.
Sounds about right.
Only
yeah.
like 2 or 3 of them haven't been like you know, like tended to this spring, and his is one of them. And I don't know, dude, that guy was looking like he was like already like 5 feet to like 6 feet under the ground. Like he was like
darts
1
all the
He's
time,
tucking
too.
himself in, if you know what I mean.
he was, and like I don't know, like yeah, he was ripping darts all summer
Yeah.
long. But the funny thing about it is that he would never freaking rip them when his wife was around. He would literally go and he'd be like fucking smoking it and just blasting the fucking plants with the hose, literally like point blank. Like I swear, dude, you could probably knock tomatoes off of the plant with how fucking hard he was spraying these things.
God.
Oh my god. All right, give us one more to close it out, Alyssa.
Okay, this was a good one. If you could live inside any book, TV show, or movie world, what would you choose? That introduced me to so many freaking anime kids in my class. Oh my god.
There's a Death Note kid, right?
God. Ugh.
Okay. No
I
one in
don't-
5th grade should be watching Death Note.
Yeah. I had a lot of like Harry Potter. Somebody said Hunger Games. I was like,
No.
you sure about that?
It's literally
Dystopian
dystopian.
society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to live in the Maze Runner.
Yeah. I feel like I would pick something that purposely like doesn't have a lot of conflict, right?
Dude, the
Like,
easy answer is Pokemon. Like,
Yeah.
dude,
fucking
there's
Pokemon
Pokemon that are
Pokemon
like
trainer.
hotter than the sun. Like, I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
no one dies in it.
yeah, no,
like,
it's like bad habits that show.
Pokemon would be
games.
pretty fun. It's true.
But that's gotta
Avatar would
easy
be pretty
answer.
cool, like post-war.
What if you
know?
weren't a bender though?
The Last Airbender or the James
Last
Cameron?
Airbender, not the blue cats.
They were monkeys, I think.
Whatever.
But Gabe, what if you're not a bender? That'd be the worst.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you're like,
Yep.
I'm choosing to live in this fictional story, and you get moved there, and you're not a fucking bender.
Just
that
a
would
guy.
Suck.
You're just a
Yeah,
guy.
that'd be so depressing.
You're just a cabbage vendor.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's
I think
like a lot-
Pokemon's the good
Pokemon is a
answer.
really good answer.
I feel like you gotta go with like
so
a,
boring though.
is it? I feel like
I feel like that's what. Whenever I hear this question, that's what people always say. And
Oh, really?
And like Twitter and stuff. Yeah. I've seen.
I don't know, like I really like sci-fi, but I feel like a lot of it kind of sucks. Like
I was
it's
gonna say like I'm thinking like The Witcher, but like that would actually blow.
have you seen what happens to NPCs in
No,
like
I know. It's
that-
unless
those
you were,
games?
unless I was Geralt himself, which still isn't a great life.
I don't think he had a good life. You
Yeah.
know, like,
like
Mm.
you know, Star Wars would be cool, where there's a ton of like oppression, like all the time.
yeah,
Like,
Anakin was a slave.
yeah, there's a lot of that.
I
But you
think
could
One
travel
Piece would be
planets.
fun.
You know,
Yeah,
One Piece
if
would be
you're
fun if I was a pirate, a cool pirate.
yeah. I don't know. Part of me wants to go with like some shit like The Office or like a sitcom like Seinfeld. Oh, Seinfeld! How much
That
fun
would
would
be
that?
funny.
Just have fucking
That's just
Kramer
New York
burst
City,
through?
dude. You say like you live in Seinfeld's apartment building? Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm Jerry.
I feel like the no consequences, like you're never like working type of a thing would be fun until it would drive you fucking crazy, and you're like nobody's being real. They're all like sliding at the perfect time, and like,
Everything's all
Yeah.
scripted and stuff.
like a WandaVision, you know, where like
yeah.
they like start, you know, realizing that they're being controlled and it's painful, you know.
Spoilers, dude. I was gonna watch that show.
Uh-huh.
Alyssa, do you have anything?
I think I gotta go with Harry Potter. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you're a
Ooh.
muggle though? What if you're a muggle?
No,
Yeah.
I'd be a wizard.
Then
I'd be,
you're
like,
just
at
in the world.
Hogwarts.
You just know about it.
Okay, I like how Jacob brought up like, well, what if you're not a bender? And I was like, yeah, good point. But you're like, no, I will be a wizard. Like it's not an
Ask the
option for you.
questions.
Or with
I'm in charge. I'm the
Oh my,
adult.
no. So do I get to be a bender? If I have to pick a bender,
Sure,
that'd be pretty
yeah.
sick.
Which would you pick?
I think you gotta go. Oh man, flying would be pretty
It's
sick.
hard.
I picked the Avatar. I get to pick. I don't know.
I don't think you
can't
get-
be the
okay,
fucking
no.
Avatar.
Whoa! You just said it. It's my
I'll let
rules.
I'll let you pick a type. You cannot be the fucking Avatar.
that is too
Uh,
far. That's
I'd
too
have to
far,
go.
man.
I'd either have to go water or air. I think those would be the two I'd have to go with. Fire seems way too sketch. Water
dangerous.
is kind of OP, and air is just fun because you can fly.
I might go Earth. Earth seems badass. I don't know if I'm like physically have like the build for it, but Earthbending would be kind of cool.
See,
know.
because water is one of those things like it's established you need to have a water supply
We
nearby.
live in the land of 10,000 lakes.
Okay, yeah. That doesn't mean I
Fucking
guess.
Katara
There's-
had to carry that little bottle the entire show.
Yeah, and then
That's
like
lame.
Dude, I have a hydration pack. Boom, problem solved. I can cut people and make ice
Dude.
and shit.
Dude, you're literally Gara, but with water.
Yeah. Dude, if I
That's
could
a Naruto
Frozone
character.
my way down a fucking mountain in the middle of the summer, holy shit, it would be so worth it. Be fucking
Froze.
sweet.
but like you always got air around you. Earth's a little sketchy because like if you're on sand, it was established that was a little sketch. That you had the sand benders, but
Yeah, weren't they like kind of airbenders, sort of.
yeah, I don't really remember. I remember like Toph couldn't
You can see
sand.
in the sand. Yeah.
Well, yeah, she couldn't see, but yeah, like you hopefully always have air around you.
Fingers
mean-
crossed.
Didn't in Korra, like one of the airbenders like killed another person by like suffocating him by like taking
Yeah.
their air out,
Mhm.
which
That'd
is
be
pretty
kinda cool.
fucking badass. Like,
Must
oh,
be
you're
metal.
pissing me off. You don't get to talk anymore. Just,
Can't be traced to that.
yeah, suffocation. No
No
breathing.
breathing.
Joseph, imagine being in My Hero Academia world, but you have a really shitty quirk.
No, fuck that.
That would suck.
Fuck that.
Like,
It's like being in Sky High and having the power that you turn into a guinea pig.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that
Yeah.
person saved the day.
I guess.
I don't remember. I just remember that movie being cool,
Yeah.
and I wanted it to be real.
I gotta ask Alyssa, what were the anime besides Death Note people were saying?
Oh, I can't remember.
Someone said Attack on Titan. Why? Like,
Yeah, honestly, it's, again, dystopian. I could see like a Dragon Ball Z, probably Naruto even.
Yeah,
Is Yu-Gi-Oh still on? Do
Did
people
I-
still watch Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh could be fun. You just play with cards. There's no real consequences
Weren't
there.
there?
You can
though?
get sent to the Shadow Realm. Are you
But
kidding
it's-
me?
okay, if
Yeah.
you got
I'm pretty
really
sure
far
shit
into
got real
it,
in
if
Yu-Gi-Oh.
you
yeah,
got
I think
into the bad
you basically
crowd.
go to hell. Like hell became real, and you just were sent there.
You could be eaten by any number of cards. You could be eaten by a literal hamburger, or you could be like you could be harassed by a bunch of harpies, dude. Yu-Gi-Oh cards don't give a fuck what they
Dude,
are.
Toon World Hamburger. I don't want
That's-
to die by that. I don't want to
That's
go
what
out that
I'm
way.
talking about.
Jacob, when you said Naruto, that reminded me. The other day, I had to watch Outdoor Recess, and Naruto running is like a cool thing now. They have
Please.
Naruto. No, they have Naruto running races. Like everybody does it.
Oh my.
Okay,
Bunch
but
of
like,
fucking weebs.
as a kid, that's so fucking dumb. Let's put our hands behind our back, or like behind your.
Honestly, if they're in
I
fifth
don't
grade,
know.
that's fine. If they get
I guess they have the
middle school,
coordination.
you gotta cut that shit out.
really quick.
Do any of them have the Naruto headbands?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Jacob, do you remember when we went ice skating that one time and those
Yep.
kids were wearing
They're wearing
My
anime
Hero
hair
wigs?
wigs. It was
No.
like,
And I
Why?
feel like the shirts from the show.
yeah, they're wearing sweatshirts that like match the clothing of those characters. Yeah,
That's
it was very
hilarious.
interesting. But they
It
had
was-
like the big green anime hair shit.
It was so funny.
It was a choice.
It's a yikes.
Like those characters didn't go ice skating in the show. I'm not sure what kind of
You
what
just
you're
wear
acting
that?
out here. Yeah, just wear that.
Maybe they just got back from like Comic-Con or some shit.
This was like at 10 a.m. on a Saturday, at a random ice
Wow.
rink in Minneapolis, man.
Yeah.
I don't know the fuck they were doing.
I was gonna defend them, but that's pretty damning.
Well, they seem pretty young too, didn't they, Joseph? Were they like,
They were maybe middle school.
yeah, whatever. Kids be kids, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Alyssa.
hmm
Tell us about those dumb kids.
Fucking idiot children.
Thanks everyone for watching and listening. As always, find our show on Mondays on YouTube and podcast services. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at ewfpodcast and go and follow us on Twitch at ewf_podcast. Until next time, bye.
See ya.
Bye.